You can't always expect a good experience at every chain restaurant you go. It depends on how well everything gets out, everything is served, and everything goes well. That's all part of the experience. Pardon me while I take a sip of my coffee. Anyway, hi everybody, it's Mena. Welcome back to my channel, or if this is the very first video that you're seeing of me, then welcome to my channel. Please be sure to hit that subscribe button down below. If you didn't already, I post every day except for Tuesday and Friday afternoon sometimes. And today I have another story time for you. I only have this one and another one, and then I think I should be done with my story times for a while. So today's story time is going to be the time my family and I had the worst experience ever at a Red Lobster restaurant. So this is a story about how I went out to dinner with my family at this restaurant called Red Lobster. And I'm sure you guys all know it. It's a pretty popular chain. There's so many commercials of it around on YouTube and the TV, and we just had like the worst experience ever because half of us didn't even get our food in time, and half of my family were very irritated with the slow customer service. So I'm going to get started, and I hope you guys enjoy the video. So I think this started almost 21 or 22 years ago. It was my cousin's birthday. I think it was her 18th birthday. My aunt invited a lot of the family out to go to Red Lobster, a local Red Lobster location in their city. And we were all very excited. So my mom couldn't go because I think she was on a trip with my stepdad at the time. But it was me, my brother, my dad, my aunt, my uncle, who sadly passed away from brain cancer in 2014, my cousin whose birthday it was, and her siblings, her sister, her older sister, her younger brother, and her second younger brother, so all of my other cousins. And I think my uncle went and his helper at the time. I don't remember if they went, but it was just all of us. My mom wasn't there for some weird reason. I don't know why. I think she was on a trip or something. So anyway, we all go to Red Lobster. We go to my aunt's house because at the time she lived in San Jose. We have all our like bags and stuff because we're all going to stay overnight or something, because it was just a kind of a long drive from where my dad was from San Jose and stuff. So we brought some clothes for the next morning for overnight. And so we're at my aunt's house, and then we get to the restaurant and we get all gathered together. We get to the restaurant of Red Lobster. We wait for our seating. It takes them forever to get seating for us. Yes, and it took forever to get someone to approach us. I mean, I understand it's kind of busy. We were waiting for maybe like a half an hour, I think, or so to get approached. So we got approached after a half an hour. We get in the restaurant. We all are seated at a table because it's like a big crowd of us. There was like, I think there was maybe, excuse me, 1 second. I think there was maybe about 10 of us, so it took them a while to find a table to fit 10. We were waiting like 10 minutes to be seated, and we got in fine. And then when we get in the restaurant, we get our menus and we order our drinks. They take probably like 30 minutes to get our drinks, which I understand because there's like a big crowd of us, but there's 30 minutes because they forgot some of our drinks and stuff, which I understand because waiters only have 2 hands or waitresses only have 2 hands, but they were just taking a very, very long time to get everybody's stuff out on time. And so once they got everybody's drinks, they take our orders. They take a while to kind of take our orders because there's kind of like so many of us and stuff. So they're writing our orders down and then having us tell them their orders and then blah, 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 blah. And once we got everything down, I just ordered a burger. I don't remember what all my other family members ordered, but I know I'm guessing they ordered lobster or something. I don't know what they ordered. It was so long ago. And so they take a while for our food. I remember them taking quite a while, and which is fine. I mean, I've been to restaurants before where they take quite a long time for the food. And so we're waiting for quite a while, and then we wait maybe, I think, almost an hour for our food, and that's a really long time. Luckily, I was very patient despite the fact I was hungry. So they come out with my burger, and then they come out with another plate, and then they come out with more food, and the waiters are not paying any attention. And some of my family members are like, "Excuse me, I didn't get my food." And they're like,
"Oh, I'm sorry. I'll be right out with it. Or whoever will be right out with it. Blah, 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 blah."
So he sounded really, really nice. And so they go back to the kitchen. I'm not sure exactly what happened. I don't remember if they didn't get all of the orders in, or what was taking so long for everyone else's food, because half of my family members didn't even get their food right when they dropped some of our food off. I mean, like I said, I understand some foods take a while, or waiters only have two hands. So they're waiting. I mean, I'm still eating my food because I'm just really hungry. And I don't remember who got their food on time. So I think I got my food on time. I'm pretty sure my brother got his on time. And I think some of my cousins might have gotten their food on time. I don't remember who got their food on time because this was so long ago. But I remember half the people in the restaurant didn't even get their own food on time, which is super duper weird. So they're waiting for a while. Some of us are eating because we already have our own food and we don't want it to go to waste or get cold or anything. So we're all eating our food, and finally, after I'm done eating my food, and I think my brother's finished with his food, or one of my cousins is finished with their food, all the cousins or something, they bring out more food, and it took them maybe almost an hour and almost 2 hours to get the food out for the rest of my family, because half of them didn't even get their food. So they bring out the food. They bring out my dad's order. I don't even remember what my dad ordered. I think he ordered chicken or something. I don't know, but they were bringing out everybody's food pretty late when other people were already finished eating. And so I don't know what was going on. I don't remember if they were understaffed. I don't remember it was because the food took so long. I don't remember if there was miscommunication of the food. They just took so long to get other people's food out, and then they were still missing other people's food. And we were not very happy with this situation, as my aunt is paying money for everybody to have dinner here, and it's taking them forever to get our food out, and nobody's eating together on time, and it's just really, really frustrating. So half of my family members didn't even get their food on time, and half of my family members had to wait longer for their food because they were just jumbling and running around with their heads cut off trying to get the food right. And I'm super understanding of it nowadays. I mean, when I was a kid, I had no idea what it was like to work in a restaurant, but now that I've worked in a restaurant, I understand how it is, because you're running around with your head cut off. I worked in a restaurant for 4 years, and I had to run around with my head cut off like crazy, and people were just running back and forth, and we were trying to get them to bring us the rest of our food, but they were taking forever to bring our food because they, for some strange reason, didn't put the order communication in with the kitchen staff, and the waiter that took our orders didn't even give everyone at the table their food. And we were pretty upset by this because we had to wait even longer, and then we were just pretty irritated with the customer service and how long it was taking for everyone else to get their food. And by that time, it was probably like 8 o'clock at night, and we were there, I think we got there maybe at 5 or 6, and we were waiting for almost like 4 hours for everybody to get their food. And it was so frustrating. So we decided not, so after everybody gets their food and we eat it, we decided not to order dessert because we were so upset with the whole fact that they were not very organized with this restaurant at all. Because barely any, because half of us didn't even get our food on time, and they forgot to bring all our food out to all of us at once. So I'm not sure exactly what happened. I don't know if they were understaffed. I don't know if there was miscommunication in the restaurant, but all I know is like half of us didn't even get our food on time. So I don't even know if we left them a tip that night because we were not very impressed with the customer service. And we decided not to order dessert because we just couldn't wait anymore for the food. So what we did was we get our checks, pay for the food, and then we just leave. We just leave because we're not really impressed with the customer service. So the moral of the story is you can't always expect a good experience at a chain restaurant. I mean, I've barely had bad experiences at chain restaurants. It's like I've said many, many times before, but this was probably like the worst experience ever. And so it just happens sometimes. It depends on the location and stuff. Not every location is going to be the way you expect it and stuff. So it's just like, it just happens. I mean, sometimes restaurants are just understaffed. Sometimes restaurants don't communicate with other people well. It is what it is. So that was my horrible experience at Red Lobster. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. I post every day except for Tuesday and Friday afternoon sometimes, and I'll see you in another video soon. Bye!